Alright, let's go and counter these guys. Now, we'll get to have a conversation. So, this is not a player faction. This is an NPC sort of minor faction that everyone in the game can interact with. We can decide to just go around and beat them up, but we can also do them favors. And it's actually pretty potent, because if you become friends with a faction, you can spend influence to get their free units. Well, basically, you spend the influence, not free, but they don't take any production. You just buy them directly from their cities with influence, and they can be pretty kick butt. So the Forgotten NPC faction is comprised of ancient Aztec who were destined for eternal rest, not meant or fit for reawakening, right? We theoretically going to sleep for a while, but, you know, coming back will be fine later. These guys are a lot scarier. They have mysteriously awoken and now seek corpses, the only form of sustenance they can use to preserve their crimson, rotting essence. I know, this sounds like they would be good friends. We would offer our services to earn thy favor. I like how he calls me Thick Daddy. We remain low in essence and cautious to trust strangers. If you wish to join us, prove your obedience, help us. We seek a path of service that gains your favor. So we'll receive a quest from them. So the nice thing about this is there's quests, and these quests will have rewards in addition to boosting our relationship with them. So theft corrupts life. Mortal infidels came into our place of entombment. They defaced our sacred lore. They stole holy crystals. Creator gave us commandments for our happiness. Stealing is forbidden. Those who abuse our commandments squander their lives and are unworthy of the essence they hold. Prove your worthiness. Slay the thieves. So we gotta kill 4 spacer units. Hey! See? We get to be diplomatic and then kill people with a reason. Like I need a reason to kill people. So we might rush to there. We do have to keep in mind we are going to get our colonist unit soon, and where are we going to want to pop it down? Honestly, we might pop it down in the Death Spiral Peaks. Sounds like a cute area. Actually, we don't want to pop it in here. Now, yeah, this research node here, so some places have these extra nodes with extra stuff. This research node, as long as it's within the borders of a city, it gives us 10 extra knowledge per turn flat out. It's excellent. However, it gives us another 5 if it's in a sector with a research exploitation, which cannot happen if this is where I plant my city. So you kind of don't want to plant your cities, generally speaking, in sectors with one of the resource nodes. Instead, what you want to do is, well, actually here it might not matter. Acts as a pre-built production exploitation. No, again, the same thing. It's an exploitation, which is a sector sort of annexed to a city, so you don't want to build your city right on this, because I don't think you'll get to take advantage of it the same way. So we could consider colonizing maybe over here. Maybe I'll go Scoot-a-doot and see what we can find. Meanwhile, you're going to come over here and prospect this sector. What's the max number of annexes you can get again? I think you get an annex, is it every 4 pop? And I think 16 is the final one. So I think you get your city tile plus 4 others. Higher Anonymous says 4 annexes. Yeah, okay. Perimeter security is done. Good.
Of fortification or armoring is often enough to prevent an assailant's attack. Precious strength can then be saved for productive offensive measures. Construction Director Radolf Mag, Rumble Barrocade's company.
I love it. The quotes are so reminiscent of Alpha Centauri from like a million billion years ago. It's so good. We could unlock drudges here. Factory overdrive. So we target a colony, increase its production, but its happiness goes down. I mean, who cares about that, right? Trenchers, right? These guys can entrench. Kind of feels like we may want to unlock trenchers, actually. And then give them our fortifications are better. And then probably go back to the Heritor stuff. What do you guys think? Oh! I already have trenchers. This spawns them, right? I was gonna say, I'm saying it. I'm like, something doesn't feel right. Why would they give you this modification for trenchers early on? This is a spell to instant summon trenchers on the map. Right. So I don't really need that. All right, I think we're gonna go down here then. So Siphoner Awakening gives us access to build Siphoners. I am reading that one correctly. It also unlocks the Siphoner Staff. This is the weapon we started with, but this gives us the ability to purchase them. I think, and install them on new heroes. We don't really need that badly. Holy Presence, so this is spelt right with the heal, the uncover. We could go to Zealous Conviction. It's a great name. This unlocks a new ability. Okay, it gives us a mod. Whenever this unit is hit with an attack, there's a 4 strength chance to apply strength drain to the attacker, which generates essence drain. It's weak, but sort of free. And it gives us an essence barrier ability, which we can consume our essence charges and get a bunch of shields around themselves and all adjacent hexes, the units and allies within the board. Yeah, okay. Rite of Revitalization. Tactical operations, so this is in combat. Target the essence in a unit to trigger a revitalizing reaction, healing them. Target friendly unit heals for 20. If the unit has an essence charge, it is instead healed for 50. Dispel all hostile status effects and consumes an essence charge. Heals are pretty good. Siphoners can bestow extra actions on units. They rock, they inflict good damage on their own. Alright, well, you know what? It's a little cheaper. It's only 4 turns. Let's grab that. It'll give us our first Heritor unit as well. Aquatic deployment is done. Lovely. I think our first exploitation is likely going to be production because we've got so much of it around. So we may want to unlock the next level. That being said, that just unlocks some operations. Colony upgrade. Allied units in this colony's domain gain that. Area surveillance, we can spawn out some deploy monitors, keep track of things. I think I might want to do this, because it unlocks the upgrade, it also unlocks some extra production buildings, and I think we're going to have to take advantage of it fairly quickly. So we're going to go ahead and do that. So we got a quest from these guys. It's a little far away. Since we can enter the water now, I think we're actually just going to swing back over here. So you've gone and done that. Is this place empty? It is empty. Prospect that, and there's a Chinese tree to pick up as well next turn. So, rather than do the auto combat, I want to show off the new button. We're going to go ahead and do manual here and showcase that. If you haven't seen it before, so combat, yeah, is its own turn-based environment, sort of XCOM-ish. It's especially true if you play as the Paragon? Oh, this is going to be a terrible example because we're fighting on water. Most of the maps have tons of stuff on them. Tons of cover, height changes, destructible terrain, all kinds of stuff. This is a water battle, so it's actually not going to be quite as impressive to showcase, unfortunately. It's got a little bit of a flotsam around that we can blow up, but that's about it. So our units are all on boats because we discovered boat technology. All your units have 3 actions per turn, generally speaking. Moving takes a certain amount of actions, and it's a little bit color-coded here. So moving to here would take 1 action, moving to here would take 2, moving to here would take my final 3rd action. Different attacks need different amounts. The autocannon here uses 1 action per shot. It'll consume as many actions as you have left over and go from there. We do have the ability to overwatch with these bulwark, which is kind of nice, and I think that's likely what we're going to do. I think I'm just going to step up to here and then overwatch. I don't know what these units can do. Is this an octawhale? How do we get its information? It can melee with a crash. It can fire an ink blob, which does damage and blinds. It can also drop an ink cloud. Adjacent units. Okay, but it definitely has a ranged attack. How do we feel about that if I just move forward? I think there's going to be a lot of Overwatch. Unless I want to double move forward and then Overwatch there. I mean, we'll be inviting attacks. But this thing's got armor. You know, I think this is going to be okay. Corrosive volley. And we choose a direction. We'll Overwatch that way. I think he might be the only one who can Overwatch. What's the cycle key? N? Yeah, he's the only unit that's got any Overwatch. I think the rest are just going to double move and then defense mode over here, which makes us a little harder to hit. I mean, unless I can take a shot from here. Thick Daddy can take a shot. So we could hit it with the Siphon, which is 13 base damage. We also got a pistol. So the pistol is non-repeating. The Siphon staff can repeat, hit for every action. It hits for 13, but can drain. The pistol, on the other hand, hits for 14, but doesn't drain. Not that we actually, on Thick Daddy, we don't have an ability that can consume essence. So I guess we may as well. 45% chance, 35, 25. And I have bonus hit points, so I'm not worried about guarding. I'm going to take this shot. That's not too bad. I wonder if there's any chance we can grenade here. Range 5, hand mortar. No, we can't get in good range for it. I want to avoid any situation where these guys... Well, I guess I've already set that up. They can come here and hit 2 people adjacent. Just going to get behind here. What is this? Incentivize. Target friendly Dvar units gain motivated, granting 400 extra morale until end of combat? That's amazing! Because morale, having bonus morale gives you a chance to get crits and things. I think we should just give that to Thick Daddy. Here, you're now motivated. Who's it? Oh, it's a foreman that's doing that. Interesting. And the trenchers, can they entrench in the water? Cannot be used in transports. Yeah, so we really don't like water fights. If I move here, I can take a shot. You get a little preview of that. 45% of the time, it hits every time. A needle gun. This gives you bonus damage if it's standing in trenches. Yeah, see, we need to get that going. We're gonna move here. Yeah, rather than guard, I think we're gonna take another shot here. It was only a graze, but hey, that's pretty good. We're motivating Thick Daddy by telling him he's not fat. Nice. There you go. So that was the Overwatch. So it auto fires when people move into the range, which is pretty good actually. We're gonna get meleeed here. Ink Glob. 18 corrosive damage and blinded for 2 turns. We actually might take critical damage on this one, dude. Oh no, they're gonna spread out. Oh nope, never mind. Death. It was a flank as well. Okay, that's pretty rough actually. Now, even if you you go into this manual combat, if you don't necessarily want to hand do everything, especially if you get to the point where you think you're going to win, there's a button over here to auto combat, which you can toggle on and off, and then the AI will just, take the rest of your moves. Yeah. See, we're in melee over here, which means if I try to take a shot with this guy, the person adjacent to him will start reacting. I'm going to see if I can get a kill on him. Oh, the spike gun is a single shot regardless. Ooh. Although we can shield bash. It can stagger. Stagger is good because it consumes one of their actions. Although apparently he's still going to be able to do that. How do I grenade in an arbitrary place? Can I not target the, just the ground? Yeah, these things might be too big to stagger, which actually was kind of relevant. Yeah, he's stagger resistance. Damn. And it's only an 8 damage attack. Shift or control. Oh, okay, maybe. Alt. Thank you. The odds get better if I get closer. Okay, I'm gonna do this. I realize I'm gonna get meleeed here, right? because of the Overwatch. Yeah, and then I'm getting staggered because this guy's so heavy. I'm going to take this shot. 65% chance it'll hit.
Enemy down.
Finish him off, which then opens up Thick Daddy to take a big attack without getting hit the same way. Looks like our chances to hit are going to be... We're basically going to kill someone regardless. I'll hit this guy. He's got a little bit more health.
Enemy eliminated.
The thing is, we might take one more hit here. Do I have an operation that can help? On them enter defensive mode even if spent all their action points. Condemned to be drained. Oh, this is just going to be an aquatic unit. I don't know. Invalid target can't be affected. Never mind. Oh, wow, lose another one.
Lost.
Yeah, I should have, I could have played this differently, but it's been a while. I'm pretty sure we could have done this maybe without losing anything. If we stood back a little bit more.
Our forces are
Oh yeah, the overlay's in the
victorious.
way. You're right. The overlay should be right there. Thank you. I didn't realize... The problem is, apparently dwarves really don't like the water, which meant we weren't able to use our primary ability, which is the Trenchment. Fighting on the water real bad as a dwarf. If we're going to do more aquatic combat, we're probably going to want to make sure we've got a dedicated army of, I don't know, we might want to use like air units or something like that. Things that don't do the entrenching anyway. These guys have stagger resistance, Nacho Man, as we learned. As we learned, they have stagger resistance, so we wouldn't be able to do that. I'm going to take these because we're going to get a unit out of it. Tier 2. Is he only aquatic? No, he's got water movement. Can only move on water hexes. So I can't move there, but there's a little bit more water. We can use him as an exploration, dude. That's not bad. I think we may colonize right over here. Water tiles, I really like using them for a city. And mostly I'm thinking because our military unit is over here, I think it makes sense to move our colonizer southwards. Diggy diggy hole. Okay, we're gonna build 2 more trenchers just to replenish our army. We can annex our first sector. So apparently, one of the things now is you can annex a sector without a unit to do it, which is a big change. I don't think I can annex that one because it's defended, which is fine. There you go. I'll annex. I think I'll annex the Calvian Forest, or can I annex you? Oh, there you go. I'll annex in the north because it's actually got an overgrown biodome. We'll get the free food. We'll have to decide whether we're doing agricultural exploitation or not, because it does have the double production, but it might be worth doing agriculture just for that. But it's got a flat food bonus right away. The central building is occupied, so I guess we're not going to get this yet. But if we clear it out, then we will. And I think I like that idea. See, we don't have to use military units to do it. I think it does minimize a little bit of micro that maybe wasn't fun before. Alright, unexploited sector. So yeah, we'll probably exploit it here. Because we still don't have a growth, right? We grab the research, something to give us a little bit more food so we can grow faster and annex more sectors, I think is the way to go. And we're gonna found a colony over here. And still have to go and grab those guys. There's a time limit for that, although we're gonna wait for more units before we do. I guess that's the end of our turn regardless. Okay. I'm actually pretty happy we got a naval unit, because we got tons of time here. We should probably build some forward bases as well. So what this does is it sort of claims the sector, gives us vision, and also claims adjacent sectors. And if someone goes and colonizes those, we get sort of a CP against them. We cleared out the only ones who might be attacking, so we're not aware of any active marauder camps that could spawn units. Maybe over there, actually, but that's fairly far away. Siphoners awakened. All right, so we can create those siphoners. I actually am thinking we're going to develop aerial division here, because I would like an army of flyers very early on, just to take care of all those aquatic things. It also unlocks a vehicle, so if we get a hero, we can give them this this ship. Now, apparently these work differently and better than before, because they used to sort of, I think they used to replace the sort of hit points and some of the basic stats of the hero, but now they just add to it. So you can see here the ramjet adds +0, so this is not going to give extra hit points, but it makes, I think, vehicles more interesting and more potent than previously. Was the music too loud? I will turn that down. I want the voices to be nice and loud. But there you go. Something like that. Maybe more, actually. Maybe some of the ambiance as well. Let's do something like that. Let me know how the sounds are. Oh, that's the southern part of the map. Okay. Oh, I gotta pick up the loot. Didn't realize it was there. Okay, these marauders are active and moving. So I'm gonna run back over here, take that energy reward that we hadn't before, and then we can work our way over this way instead. What we might want to do is move in this direction to potentially defend this guy from active marauders. I guess that's an active marauder group there too. You have constructed a trencher, and you're gonna do that sector. Right, you need better military things to be able to build those specialists and stuff. The foreman. Yeah, just build me the trencher, that's fine. Then we'll do the agricultural exploitation. Then what we'll probably do is grab the military buildings so we can make some higher tier units. You... Actually, just wait in the city for a turn. And our new city over here. We may want to build some defensive units, although we can build some defensive units out of this too. How's the sectors? I think we are probably going to prioritize production in this city. Oh, this is annoying because this is an energy booster if we do energy exploitation, but it doesn't have a single pip of energy, so we're not going to do that. Food energy is going to be good. Production might be a little harder in this city, so I kind of like the idea of this time doing the central replicator factory so we can construct a little faster. Music up, but you can barely hear it. Okay, now we're confused. Some people are saying that like they didn't want the music down in the first place. All right, we split the difference on the music.
There's a way to do anything. There's also a smarter way to do anything. Trade secrets are often more about a well-trained workforce than a secret sauce. Tony Rubio Strong, Manpower and Machine Motivational Consulting.
Manpower Machine Motivational Consulting. Nice. So we do have one food sector, so I'm going to grab the food exploitation as well. Message from the Forgotten. Take the minion to the earth. Essence leaks into the earth. We try to hold it, but our graves are restless. All right, so we have a mission to go and kill some other units. And yeah, we are on a bit of a time limit for that first one. So it might fail soon, unfortunately. Ooh, Lost Sentinel. Next to the energy pods, we found nearly depleted but still intact unit. A Sentinel. So it's this tier 1. Okay. It appears unable to connect to its control hub, giving us a unit opportunity to use it for a cause. We can power it up and have the unit. Ignore it, loot the pod, get energy. Use the pods, power it up, and free it. This will impact your reputation. So it'd give us positive reputation and make us, you know, seem nicer to everyone. What do we think? Kind of leaning towards 1 or 3.